good question. Just thinking about it brings a smile to my face.
Um, yeah, it's kind of a surreal experience.
Um, it's
It's, I guess it's different because when I was growing up, I always pictured myself being inside the ropes. It wasn't so much of a fantasy like, oh, maybe one day I'll be there. It was like I'm working towards being there. So to be inside the ropes is sort of, for me, it feels like it's a fulfillment of work, a fulfillment of the process to get there.
It's well, it's definitely a sense of accomplishment. You feel you're privileged to be there.
But being at the Masters is like walking in a garden that's haven't been walked on. It's just absolutely blooming. The flowers are incredible, and you're just in awe of the place.
it's hard to put it in words, but it's just think about everyone's got their 5-minute fame. Just think about that moment, how you felt, and all the adrenaline pumping. Times it by 10, maybe 100.
It's just very special. That's the best way to describe it. And for a golfer, somebody like myself that ended up watching every shot that I could when I was growing up on television, and then and even now, if I'm not playing it, or when I am playing, I'll go home and watch, go back to the house that we rent, and watch every shot I can, just because there's so much history there. I know the guys that are playing now, and you kind of, you're pulling for guys and knowing what the situation is and what shot they have, and it's just a very, very special place.
It's a great place. I mean, it's a great place. Obviously, I watched the tournament so many years on TV, and it doesn't do justice for it. I mean, the greens, the elevation changes, the difficulty, the different lines, the the golf course itself, the fans, the roars, uh, the green, the colors on 13. There's so many things that characterize a Augusta National, the tournament, and that that make it so unique, make it the Masters.
So it's just the pinnacle. It's just the best of the best there, and the grass is perfect. Everything's perfect there, and to explain the feelings you get, it's like going back to your childhood almost. I'm just getting excited to go play golf. I think it just gives you adrenaline that you're just excited to play. Not every week you come out and you're just excited to play. It just doesn't happen. We're just, it's so monotonous playing each week and each week. But there, all of a sudden, it's like, no matter what happened the week before, you are excited to play. And you can't wait to just go out there and experience a golf course because it's challenging, it's fun. It gives you some birdie holes, gives you some very difficult holes.
But it's unique. Everyone should be able to witness it once and walk outside the ropes and look at the golf course, see how pretty it is, see how immaculate it's kept, and then also see how hilly and how undulating the golf course really is. Because I know HD TV has done it a lot of justice and helped kind of bring some of that undulation to your living room, but you still can't appreciate how difficult some of the shots are, or how much elevation change there is in some shots without being there.
You come there the first time, obviously you're sort of just coming off the main street, and all of a sudden this wonderland appears from the other side of the gates, and it is quite a difference, from outside the gates to when you come in, and everything is well manicured, and I think the other thing that strikes most people is how hilly it is, because that you never get that feel of the undulations when you're watching it on television. That's what kind of hit me the first time, how hilly it was.
It's, once you've done it so many times, it really doesn't mean that much anymore. But being there, if you're not there, then it's you. I don't know how it's gonna feel like if you're not there. I haven't, I've been there so many years in a row.
It's interesting on 12 green and 13 tee, like you're 150 yards, 200 plus yards away from any gallery. I mean, that never happens on at a tour event, let alone a major. So to be that removed from everybody is definitely a different feeling. There's no one around. You can't hear anything. All you do is just you hear your playing partners breathe. You know, it's that quiet.
I had a friend that walked around on a Sunday with me a few years ago, and he walked out the back, and I could just tell. I mean, he's just an average golfer that loves golf, and his eyes were as big as baseballs walking around out there, just seeing the elevation change, the beauty of the place, the shots that you have to pull off in order to shoot a good score, because a lot of bad things can happen to you, as well as a lot of birdies when you're playing great. So just the magnitude of it, it's just very, very special.
Plus, there's so much talk about the Masters before you get there, you know, and so it's just an incredible feeling to be there for anybody, and you know, it's history, and it's so much history behind that place as well. So it's the only major where you go back to the same location every year, and that's probably makes it more special.
That whole, I mean, every member there is a part of the event. The maintenance crew, everybody's a part of it, you know, and it's built for that week. I mean, it's the pinnacle of Augusta National. It's that week, the golf course getting it the best and the most beautiful, and they want the magnolias to come up. They want all the flowers. They want everything to be just right.
You know, I've watched on TV for as long as I can remember, and you know, you see the really green grass, and you see the really bright, beautiful flowers, and you see the really white sand, and then you put yourself out there, and you have to get to the point. It's kind of like that scene in Hoosiers. It's still just golf. You know, you've got to hit the golf shots to perform, but there's no other place like it in the condition of it, and you know, just the feel you get when you get there. I mean, the patrons are unlike any other crowd you have all week. You know, the members around the locker room are really nice, you know, just really nice to chat to, and they're great to the caddies, and the big magnolia tree behind the clubhouse. I mean, it's just, it's a park setting. I mean, it's like the most beautiful park you'll ever see that's not on an ocean, and it's right in the middle of Augusta, Georgia, and you know, you feel blessed to have a chance to play it when you get to go. I mean, it's, you know, it's when you're a kid starting out, hitting balls in a driving range, you dream about having a chance to win the Masters. I mean, that's the one, you know, your parents are telling you, come on, it's dark, you got to go in. Like, all right, one more putt. I got an 8-footer, when, you know, and then to have a chance to play it in the tournament is, you know, that's one they can't take away from you.
And to be out there, having a chance to play and to win the Masters is I mean, it's an honour to play there for starters, to walk over the same bridges that Ben Hogan walked over, that Byron Nelson walked over, Mr. Nicholas, you know, like all these guys, and to be able to play the same place. I mean, it's a crazy feeling, like one that's you'd love to be champion there one day.
If you're a golf fan and you get a chance, do everything you can to get a chance to go walk in at the Masters, walk the back nine, be a spectator. I know those tickets are hard to get, but you need to go if you're a golf fan. You need to go and you need to check it out, whether it's a practice round or a tournament round or Sunday. You need to go.